What's up, DJ fan? Welcome to another video on our channel. Welcome to another episode of Start to Spin. My name is Diego, also known as DJ Pretty Boy, alongside my boy Shay, also known as DJ Shay. And together we open this spot to talk about DJ related content such as pro reviews, tips and tricks, just tell our stories and share it with you guys so we can share some knowledge. So if you're a new DJ or a seasoned DJ, this is the spot to be. And with that being said, let's roll this intro. Yo, what's up, man? Welcome to another episode of Start to Spin. It's another week, and today we're talking about what differentiates a great DJ from just an average DJ or a starter DJ, maybe if you want to call it that, but just an average DJ. So we're gonna talk about things that we think it can differentiate, or you can tell to know when a DJ is like really is good or is worth the money that they're asking for, as opposed to
or just like leveling up. Because I mean, basically, it's like even just speaking frankly, no offense if I don't name anybody specific or leave someone out, but even on YouTube, like you see levels, right? There's levels to DJs. Like you got DJ Pretty Boy, you got Nick Spinelli, you got.
You put me too high, bro.
You know what I mean? Like so you got levels like this guy's like Nick Spinelli, right? Rick Webb, you got Barr, you got really high Jason Janai, even Joe Bunn, like really high end DJs in terms of like how much they're charging, the events they're doing. And you got guys like us, and then you got levels to it, right? There's guys that are just like doing it even on a way more basic, kind of like how we started out. And it's like, what makes those guys that are like at the top, have huge companies that are, not even if you have a huge company, they're just doing events, doing high-end weddings, luxury weddings. People are trying to book them, but they're booked out years in advance versus, the guys that are have time to do podcasts like this, every week, because other DJs are out busy on weeknights doing weddings and stuff. So I feel like there are things that kind of differentiate those DJs, and hopefully we can talk about it. And also, if anyone has any comments in the chat, like what are the things they notice being some of the big differentiating factors? Because I feel like skill isn't even a big part of it. Like I see some DJs, like some of those top DJs, maybe they have more skill, but some of the guys I'm like, if you see their dance floor, it's like what they're doing isn't really that crazy. It's like, they're playing some songs. They're not, Nick Spinelli has really good skills. But then there's other guys up there that are like, hey, they're really popular, but the skills, it's not like that's the only reason. So I feel like there's other reasons why people get successful versus people that may have the same level of skills, but why they're not as successful, not getting booked as much as some of those other guys.
Yeah, so definitely. So like skills, right? You mentioned skills, and you said that's not that important. I also think that it's not important. It's good to have, but you gotta be able to mix beat match at least to like the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Learn how to read waveforms, EQ, like a pro, whatever. But all of those things, it's just any average DJ can learn to do. Anyone can learn to do that. Anyone can learn to mix. Anyone can be matched. It's just practice. But what really separates you from the average DJ could be the ability to create a journey within the event. Tell a story with music. Know when to drop the next track, or know when to drop the next song, to make sure that the crowd they lose their mind with the music that you're playing. So that and skill wise, I feel like that is a big factor when it comes to knowing when it's a pro to a regular starting DJ. A pro will know how to control the crowd, how to tell a story with music. A beginner or a average DJ is just gonna play music. So I think that's very, very important.
Yeah, that's a big one because that's like the in the event experiences. That's how, like you get your name out there. Like people that are there, you kill every single event, right? Like you have to kill every single event that you do because then the people that see you there, they'll talk about it, and then they'll say, hey, we want this guy for our wedding. Like that's a huge compliment, and that's how you get popular in your own area as well. And yo, Smiley, what's up, man? Back on our channel. Thanks for stopping by, man. Just Smiley's a day one. Yeah, we're talking about like how to be like what separates like the really successful DJs from just the average DJs. I would say the other big thing is just like your personality. Honestly, like your personality is what people see, especially now on social media. People can see your personality in your social media posts, your videos and stuff. And then also when when you're talking to them, when they see you at the event, like they see like how you're vibing with the crowd. Some people are like, oh yeah, I just really like that guy's like his whole the vibe that you bring, the energy that you bring. I think that if you see the really all those top DJs, it's like, using all those guys on YouTube, for example, they all have like a charisma. They all have like a good energy, high energy, like they're charismatic. And that's where it's like the guys that are like just DJs, like they're just like the quiet DJ, like, oh hey, I'm just quietly DJing, doing my thing, leaving. They're not as successful in like the mobile DJ, the wedding scene. But these guys that have like personalities, maybe clients see you, they like talking to you. I think that's one of the things that can make you much more popular and much more successful, even though you may not be like the most skilled DJ, like in terms of your like, I don't know, the tricks and whatever mixing stuff that you can do.
Yeah, so I totally agree 100% with you in regards to like charisma and things like that. The crowd will remember you more for that than for your transitions, pretty much. They'll remember you if you're DJing a wedding, like, or any parties, even clubs. Part of that is the experience. Also, you're not gonna you don't want to hide behind the booth. You want to show, you want to smile, you want to
dancing,
vibe, interact with the crowd, the energy, control energy too. You can control the energy of the event. So without saying a word, sometimes just with you dancing or behind just like fist bumping and whatever. A lot of like a lot of those big techno EDM DJs, they play music and all they do is this and whatever.
Yeah. They're not even, it's just like that way they hype up the crowd,
Yeah. So things like that, it helps, and it helps the crowd understand that you're not a machine, you're a person too. You're leaving with them, you're feeling the same thing that they are feeling, so it creates a better connection. And then when you get on the mic, you already have the warmth with the crowd, and there's like you don't have to try too hard to connect with them because you already did through your like movements and your smile, and you always gotta project happiness and fun in a fun environment. That's one thing that, and I guess all of this, the two topics that we have touched, skills and personality, has a lot to do with like psychology, the psychology of the people, and how to handle that.
Yeah. And let's hit the comments. So Chin Chillin's in the house. What's up, Chin?
What up, Chin?
And then we got Buddy from TBM Productions. What's up, Buddy? How's it going, man? And so yeah, Buddy, that's the thing. Buddy's been a DJ for a long time. He's been successful also for a long time because he has a lot of events. He does a lot of weddings. So we're talking about like what makes a successful DJ from just like an average DJ. Like, and it like I think Buddy would also vouch for the fact that it's not like the skills, the mixing, the transitions, just like we we're talking about. Personality plays a big role into it. And like for you, Diego, like it's like you have Pee Wee, who has that like personality, who has that charisma. We always say like he's a salesperson, so he knows how to like get people on his side and stuff. So that kind of stuff really helps. And Buddy has his wife, who I'm sure also plays a bit of that role at the event. Like getting all the guests, like, oh, that lady's really nice. And then I don't know how Buddy does it. Like if he's back there dancing and stuff with the charisma part of it. But I think if you're not doing it yourself, if you're the DJ that's kind of behind the booth, kind of more doing your thing, it's good to have a second person that can be the more people person, versus and then that reflects on your own company. Like, oh, hey, you guys did great. You guys did great. And it's like, all right,
Well,
you
I
need
kid,
both.
and I kid you not, almost every single event, when we get hired, or when we get rehired, right? If we get hired the first time, they don't know. But once we get rehired, they want both of us. They want
Mhm.
Pee Wee and me. It's like as a
Yeah.
pack.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and they're willing, they're willing to pay what they have to pay, because it's different if I just go by myself than taking Pee Wee with me, because then
Yeah.
I have to pay him. So it's different, but I do get quite a few requests. Hey, you and your friend, right? You both will be coming. I was like, yeah, man. I mean, almost to every single event, he comes with me,
Yeah,
and
that's good.
I refuse to go by myself to an event. I don't go. I do not go by myself. Last week, last Saturday, he couldn't go, so I took Big Red with me.
Mm.
So
Yeah, yeah, so,
I always take someone with me. I don't go by myself. One, emotional support, and two, it's just I feel like I don't know, but I have fun doing what I do. So like behind the booth, I'm dancing, and like the crowd just watching me dance, and then that projects to them too. And it's not like I'm faking it. I just really love the music that I'm playing. So I'm like dancing and like looking at the people dancing, and I'm like, yeah, pointing, and just having fun. And essentially that's what people want. But people want to see that you're having fun. Like you're working, but you're not working. You
yeah,
feel me?
yeah.
That's what brings it up. So
You gotta be having fun, definitely. And it's like if you watch like these top guys on YouTube, you watch their gig logs, like they're all having fun behind the booth also. So buddy said understanding music is a big part for sure.
yes,
And then Chinchilla said, when I started DJing since high school, I felt nervous and awkward and embarrassed of me talking at the mic in Spanish and my DJ name too. I've never felt cringe when I DJ since high school year. Yeah, is your DJ name Chinchillin? Like, is it DJ Chin or something? Wonder what your actual DJ name is. But yeah, definitely in high school, I could imagine. Because you're so worried about what people think about you, so it's hard. Definitely, probably
I
way harder
I
in high school.
wish I would have done like DJing in high school. Never crossed my head at
Yeah,
that time. I
yeah,
wish,
no, that's what
because
never.
again, I'm the type of person that don't give a what people think. I do me, and I have fun. I don't care what people say. But I can see there's people that do. They do get like it affects them if somebody else or people that start like bad mouthing them or whatever. you
Yeah,
know but you learn. Well, as you grow, you learn to understand and to cope with that. We're not a golden coin to be loved by everyone. You're gonna have people that don't like you. You're gonna have people that hate you. You're gonna have haters. And in my head is like, if you have a hater, you're doing it right.
yeah, that's the thing. If
Who
it's
the
the
hell has
quote
to
is,
hate for doing it
yeah,
wrong? You feel me?
if you ain't hating, you ain't pop. If they ain't hating, you
Right.
ain't popping. So it's like once the haters start coming, that's how you know you made it. That's how
Yeah. So,
your
you know
content.
what? Funny thing is, when I started posting giggles, right? I thought like Solstice was my first hater.
Mm.
But he's like, he's not a hater. He doesn't
But it's
comment.
more of a now. If your videos are making it out there, they're getting on the algorithm that people are
Yeah.
noticing it. Then it's like, hey, that's how
I
you know
was
you're popping
I
too.
honestly, I kid you not, I was so happy when like he started commenting about my lights and stuff. I was like, yo, I have a hater. But then I was like, he's not a hater. That doesn't count as a hater. So
Yeah,
if anybody
I
wants to
think
hate me, feel free.
hate real like pure haters are just like
Yeah.
saying things that are like like controversial and like not true, or a lot of stuff Solstice says is like is based in reality and like legitimacy.
Yeah. And
Like,
I already said it. The reason why I changed my lighting is because of him. Because
yeah,
he would comment on all my lights. What the fuck, man? That shit is bad, blah, blah, blah. So eventually, I was like, oh, I rewatched it in my videos, and I was like, oh wow, yeah, he's right.
yeah,
So that's why I like he's to me. I was happy at the beginning that I had a hater, but now I was like, oh man, he's not a hater. He's just telling me like facts. I'm like, so
yeah. He's saying
I know
things that are like
he
he's
could be
not
wrong.
just like yo, like I don't know, yeah. So that's the difference. I think there's different levels of different types of what is a real hater, and then what's
Yeah, I don't
just
have a
some
real hater.
blunt criticism. But all right, let's see. Buddy said, making the event about the customer. It's not about the DJ. People are not at the event to see us. They're there for the event. Yeah, so definitely that's a big thing is keeping the customer a priority. And I feel like if you everything you do, if you do it from that lens, you'll be successful. So like the
Yeah, but they
professionalism
have to,
part of it.
I feel like the crowd have to see you having fun. If you have
Oh, is
fun,
that what you mean?
I,
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know exactly what he means, but I'm just
yeah.
saying.
I don't know if he means like you're not like not dancing behind the booth and stuff. I think okay, if you're like going onto the dance floor and being like woohoo, like yeah,
Oh
go,
no, yeah, I
like
don't do.
that. I think that's probably, but I don't know if he means like people aren't there to see us like dancing behind the booth.
Yeah, like it's not like you're making a clown of yourself in the behind the booth, but
Yeah.
you're just having fun. You're just enjoying it.
But yeah, I mean, in general, it's like yeah, the event is about the customer, and it's like it's
Of
not
course,
like you're not there to like elevate yourself, like oh, like I'm the star here, everybody like bow down to me. It's like no, like I'm here to make sure that they have a great night.
yeah, and that's a professional way of thinking.
Yeah, yeah. And then Shinchon says, till this day, I still practice though I'm in my skills. Dude, I'm practicing. I mean, I'm not even. I've been doing it for that long, but mic skill is like the main thing. I'm like always practicing. I write everything out and I say it all like a bunch of times before each wedding. I'm still. I think
Yeah,
that's the thing that you got to work on as a DJ.
last event, I actually got on the mic because Pee-wee wasn't there, so
Oh,
I had to hype it up.
how'd it go?
It was fun. See, I don't mind hyping up the crowd. I think that I can do that. It's just the ceremony part, like the MCing part. It's what I feel like I don't have the voice for it. So it's different to hear, people saying, welcome everyone to so and so's wedding, whatever. And I'll be like, oh, welcome family and friends to like it's just different. I
Yeah.
feel like I don't have the
I
voice
think
to.
the ceremony part, like you do emceeing at the ceremony, like usually the officiant does most of it, right? Or like what do you have to say at the ceremony?
Well, okay, no, but not well, reception, the
Oh,
beginning of the
yeah,
reception
okay, yeah, yeah,
is
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
the
Yeah,
ceremony.
like the intros and stuff.
Well, yeah, so I was thinking more in a quince. Like the ceremony part of a quince is the
Oh,
intro.
yeah, okay, okay, okay,
That's
okay.
what I meant. That's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
I meant.
yeah, I
Not on
got
a
it.
wedding. On a wedding,
Yeah,
it's just like introductions, basically.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
So
Yeah. So Smiley said, "Yo, for sure, my homie and I be wilding and dancing too." Yeah, so there you go. Smiley's the same thing. And Shinshin said, "This is my gaming channel and my DJ channel too, so I use both." But what's the DJ name? Is that a combination? Is it DJ Chin or DJ Chillin?
DJ chilling. That was a good one.
DJ Chill. I don't know. Yeah, we gotta know what's the. And
Because
then we know Smiley's DJ Smiley.
yep.
And then the customers love to see everyone having fun. Honestly, yep, the waiters, everyone, including the DJ, as long as it's in a good, healthy way, not going crazy. Yeah, exactly. I
Oh
mean,
my
that's
god.
the same thing. It's like you don't
I,
want to be. Yeah, it's
I
not a show you're performing, but
yeah. I love when I see the kitchen crew dancing.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
see that is because I'm like, oh, I'm hitting, and then I just keep going, and like just everybody's just having fun, man.
Because they're working. Every party that they do, there's a DJ there. So it's like
Yeah,
if
yeah.
they're having fun, then that's how you know. Like it's
And
good.
at the end of and at the end of the night, to hear them come to you to tell you that you did amazing out of so many DJs that they hear, and then
Yeah,
to hear that, hey, you did really good, out of so many so far, or like you're one of the best, or you're one of the big ones. Like that's huge. Like like that's amazing to hear.
yeah,
So
yeah, exactly. And that's like that. It makes you wonder, like, hey, what kind of other DJs they are they hearing? Because it's like sometimes you're like, I didn't even do that good, but I guess
it's just
it was.
people have different taste of music. So I might be a really good DJ for some of them, and to the rest of the crowd, it might be somebody else because it's a different type of music that they play.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's all relevant to what type of music they like. If you play
yeah,
the music, you're good. Like I said, like my mom. If you play music that she knows, you're a good DJ. If you play
yeah.
music that she doesn't know, you suck. So so I suck.
Exactly. That's the big thing. Like you got to play the right music. So that's why you gotta know your crowd beforehand. But anyway, I'll throw in a new point that makes a DJ more successful. And I really think now in this era, it's social media, like your social media presence and what your social media looks like is going to like really make a difference on the types of clients you get. Because if a client goes on your social media and all they see are like shaky iPhone pictures from like, like house parties and stuff, but they're trying to book like some fancy wedding. Like, the goal is you're trying to elevate, go to like, they're trying to book like a high end wedding. No matter what your skills are, no matter whatever it is, they're gonna see that and be like, okay, like, this is probably not what we're looking for. But that's why I literally see some of these DJs, like, they're posting things like we talked about it a couple of weeks ago, but like they're posting like they're posting the decor, they're posting their setup in like some really big grand ballroom, and it's all like from the professional, it's edited from probably what the videographer took or something.
Yeah.
And then when someone opens that up and they see that on yours, and oh, okay, this guy seems this is more like what we envision our wedding to be like. And then they'll, then those kind of clients will want to book you more. But it's basically it's whatever you want, like whatever the type of clients you're trying to attract is what you need to put in your social media.
That's definitely very true. When social media is huge and it's very important, especially if you're trying to upscale your DJ business. Uh, I have a lot of people that go to my Instagram and my Facebook or YouTube to check out my stuff, and I tell them like before we talk, because they're like, hey, can want to talk to you about DJing? Are you available this day? I'm like, okay, let's meet up this day. But before you do so, please look at my stuff so you know what I'm all about. Because I'm not a salesperson. I'm not good at selling myself.
Yeah.
But if you see what I do, if you see what I can do, and then you like it, you already know what to expect. So it's all about just talking about, the pricing, and I usually don't have a problem with pricing based on what they see. What we can do, and all the things that I bring to the table. So social media is huge. If you can get content that it's somewhat good quality, it don't have to be like 4K, 1080p is fine. Even like 720 at times is fine. But nothing pixelated or like laggy, because people are gonna like not really watch that. And if they don't see good content on your social media about like parties and stuff like that, then one, they might think that you don't take it seriously because you don't have anything to prove that you're serious and that you can run it, you can do the gig. So you want to have all these little things, social media mixes and Mixcloud or whatever you can have. If you want to put money into it, you can. If not, your phone, it's your best tool.
Or use your connections, like you got that guy to send you he's gonna make a little video for you, like get the high quality stuff, repost the stuff, the videographer took like a video of your setup or your setup's on the side,
So connections is another one. It's another thing that separates a great DJ from an average DJ. An average DJ is not gonna have as many connections or any connections as a really good DJ. Why? Because the really good DJ is on demand. And when you're on demand, it's because you're good, and people feel comfortable referring you to their clients. So your photographer, videographer, wedding planner, venues, they feel comfortable to refer you to the clients because they know that you're gonna do the work right because you're professional.
No, the connections is huge, because it's like that's the thing. It's almost like you got to get into that circle, So I'm sure, like, in Virginia, there's some really high end, DJs or event planners, or like, like Smiley was saying, he had that one, like the really high end decorator that was there. Then it's like, all right, someone books them. If you're in their referral circle, then you're gonna get those kind of events too, and then you'll book more stuff like that. And if you see, like that's the thing, like if you see that's something like someone like Jason Jani or Joe Bunn, like when they do talk about their network, they're talking about like, oh, this person, this organization hired me. This is someone who we did the wedding for. This person, a lot of that is their referral network from people that they've worked with in the area, just because they know, this is the premier DJ company in our area. So anyone, anyone comes to mind, you're like, all right, you can just send him to this guy. He's gonna, he's gonna do a good job.
Yeah, you gotta rely on your connections, man. You gotta have at least one or two of each, like videographer, cameragraphers, wedding coordinators, venues. You gotta have some that you can rely on. You can refer them; they refer you. Matter of fact, I just got a, I booked a gig today,
Oh,
and I
nice.
got referred from a guy that is he does decorations.
Oh, nice, man.
And
There you
yeah,
go.
he referred me to this lady, and I booked it today. She checked out my stuff, and that sounds bad. She checked out my DJ stuff, and then she liked it. And
Nice.
I didn't really have to do much. I didn't have to push myself, like try to sell myself. She
That's
already
the
knew
best.
what's
Yeah, the thing when you get referred, it's like those should be pretty. You should be converting a lot of those because they're like, all right, they trust this guy. That guy, sent it over, and you're like, you trust what they have to say.
yeah.
Let's see what Chinchillin said. DJ Electro Boys. Oh, okay, I wasn't expecting that. I thought it'd be DJ Chin. So these DJ name is DJ Electro Boys. I got that DJ name when I was a kid. I always loved lighting and the way it moves and the colors and how to connect the sound speakers. When I was intelligent of computers too. Okay, so he's like into circuits and like lights and stuff. That's cool, man. So you like lighting? I feel like we haven't talked about lighting much since Chinchillin started coming on the show, but we love talking about lighting too because we love both lighting keeps making new stuff, and then we're like talk about whether we should get it or not.
DJ Electro Boys. Man, I like it, bro. It's good.
Because you got Electro Boy and you got Pretty Boy, so
Yeah, it's definitely
it's pretty similar.
it's definitely better than Pretty Boy. So hey,
Electro Boy.
Electric Boys, I like that better. It's better than DJ Pretty Boy. So
And I think there's a Pokemon called like Electro Buzz, right?
there is a Pokemon, yeah.
Yeah, Electro Buzz. So that's what I thought. But he and then saw oh why. Well, that's funny. The other thing I'll say for what makes this is like an obvious one, but it's like I this came up because I've been trying to sort of network with some DJs to see if some people want to do some events for me when I have extra,
Uh-huh.
and they're more like the average, more starting out DJs. But a big thing that makes a successful DJ from just like a random DJ is like just professionalism, and what that means is like like anything business related, like you should be responsive, right? Like to text, to whatever emails, however clients contact you,
Yeah.
or they should know, like, okay, like, hey, I'll get back. Like I'll get back to clients within 24 hours, and then you follow up on that because clients need to know, like, hey, like if they text you, you're gonna respond. If they book you, you're gonna show up. Whatever, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So, like that part of it, being on time, and then like, like timeliness for your meeting. So when you have a meeting with a client, it's like, oh, at 5 p.m. Oh, I forgot. Sorry, I forgot to do the FaceTime or something. It's like you got to be. If you say, oh, hey, I'm gonna call you at this time to talk about the booking. You do that and you show up, and then obviously on the day of, like you show up on time. You do everything you say you're gonna do. You're not drunk at the event, causing fights and stuff like that. All that's like bare minimum, but I don't think in the actual DJ world, like there are DJs out there that probably don't even meet that bare minimum, but then still get bookings because they're charging, bottom of the bottom prices. But then clients regret it afterwards, like, oh shit, like this guy, like I'm worried the whole time if he's even gonna show up.
Yeah. And that's true. Professionalism and trustworthiness, right?
Yeah.
So those two are very, very important because obviously if you're paying money, you want something professional. You don't want something like half-ass, basically. You want to make sure that you are well taken care of, especially with the amount of money that you're dropping on DJs nowadays. It's not cheap, and if it's cheap, be careful.
Mm-hmm.
But so you gotta keep in time when it becomes professionalism and trustworthiness. Being on time is huge. It's key. Having backups is very important. Make sure you having contracts. Send them, get it signed, and return so you and the client have a copy of the contract. Communication is key. You gotta be clearly on the communication that you're sending, and if something is not being understood, hop on a call, talk to them, and make sure that they understand. Dress like you belong there. Don't go to a wedding, and I don't care what anybody says about this. Don't go to a wedding wearing jeans and a shirt. You
Mm-hmm.
go to a wedding. Weddings, you dress up like a penguin. Okay, a quince. Oh my god, I've seen so many DJs that go to quinces with jeans, thin boots, and a shirt. Like, what the hell you think you are?
Yeah.
Like, I don't
I think their
understand.
price better be cheap too. Then they probably paid $500 or something for the whole quince. Then it's like
Bro,
that's what they're
no,
gonna get.
I don't even think the price was cheap because they come with big, huge speakers like 405 or one of like the tower ones. They
Oh
usually
really?
have those tower ones, and then
Huh.
like four subs and a whole bunch of lights,
Wow.
and like they have their own tone. But it's just, why are you wearing jeans and a t-shirt with team boots
Yeah.
on a
Dang.
quince? It's a quince and a wedding. There's so it's like a high maintenance type of event, like the toughest you can do, and you're gonna go looking like that, like you're going to a regular party, like
Yeah, that's
uh,
crazy.
you you might think I don't know, people might think over thinking about it or whatever, but I think it's just disrespectful to show up at an event looking like that.
Yeah,
just
I agree.
just the same way, of a guest coming to a quince with a freaking soccer jersey. You're not going to a soccer game, you're coming to a freaking quince. Dress accordingly,
That's
please.
crazy.
It's
That's a
not
chocker
hard.
jersey.
Yes, I've been bro. I've been in quinces. I DJ quinces where kids come with soccer jerseys or like in sweatpants. Like, why? If that was my quince, you're not coming in. I'll
Yeah.
have someone outside the door. You're not coming in unless you're dressed to like and respect that. That's disrespectful to all the money that the parents have used, like spent on this. Don't. No, no, bro. That heats me up.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's the thing. Like, it's like, okay, you don't have to wear you don't have to wear a suit all the time, but at least just wear something that's like clean, professional, like pants and like at least a button-down shirt. Like at the very least, change out your shirt. Bring a change of clothes. Like, don't do the same thing you're setting up in. That's all part of professionalism, and it's like, yeah, if you're charging, us, especially if you're charging like a good amount of money, it's like that's part of your appearance, and that's also like part of your professionalism. But let's see what Smiley said here. We had a little tea bar for a house party last Saturday with Sound Switch. Had a guest there that liked the simplicity and hired us for their party within 2 weeks. What? So wait, so you had the tea bar like a gig bar, or you created like you put like some lights on it? Because you know how you put like the IR4s on it or something like that. That's crazy. If somebody, I mean, I'm sure he liked your DJing too, but it sounds like he specifically liked the lighting, and he was like, "Hey,
I got a gig because the lady said that she liked my setup because it was very simple. And I was like,
that's cool."
okay. I mean, the person that hired me for that event wanted my lowest package, so simple. She liked that setup, so she was like, I want to hire you for my wedding, and I'm doing their wedding next month. So
Oh, nice for the
yeah,
simplicity,
just
huh?
because of the setup, and it was
That's
simple and small.
Well,
I was
maybe
like,
it's because in for the other Hispanic DJs, they're used to people bringing those ginormous, four subs and towers and
the
goal posts, soccer
goal,
goal posts.
yeah, the soccer goal, yeah.
Yeah, that's what they got to watch YouTube, man. It's not, you don't need all that anymore.
Yeah, I
Um,
used to, like, when I started. I used to use that stuff, but it was because I had a friend that was retiring and he let me borrow the
mm.
stuff. But I was never happy with how it looked because it looked like I was inside, like I was the goalie, because the goal is like
Yeah, yeah.
around me.
No,
So
those
I
things
didn't
I,
like
I
it,
always
and I
I think
started.
that's more maybe there's the like I said Hispanic DJs. I think it's more common
Yeah,
with
yeah. Because
that because
they put so many lights, like unnecessary. It's a small venue, and you have like 30 lights around the freaking gold thing. Like, why?
Yeah, I'm like, how do they have the patience and the manpower to do that? I'm like, that's a lot of work. You're creating so much extra work for yourself too. It's
Exactly.
like, and then it doesn't look good.
Yeah. I don't know.
And then Smiley says there was also a couple from a previous wedding we did. That's dope, man. Yeah, Smiley gets a lot of word of mouth. And he says 100% for sure. Chin says I was a DJ assistant when I was a kid in high school year, so it's like Batman and Robin. Yeah, that's crazy, man. You've been doing it since high school. I don't think any of us have been doing it since high school, but you were like Robin, and then now once you grew up, now you become Batman. Maybe you got to have some Robins of your own, some assistants you got to show them the ropes. And Smiley said 2 robots lights and 2 Rockville RF6
Two
lights.
robots, like two moving heads, right?
Robots? I don't know what
Two
the
moving,
robots.
I'm guessing two moving heads.
Yeah, probably 2. But then 2 RF6s. Yeah, that's the nice thing about if they're battery powered, you can just stick them on the T-bar and then not have to worry about anything. So yeah, they party harder for a house party. Nice, man.
Yeah,
That's why they saw the professionalism. So yeah, I think in your area, it's like I think what makes you successful, I think, is you're getting gigs whenever you want to be busy. You're being busy, and then also the second part of it is also like how much the type of clients you're getting and how much you're getting paid per gig. Because like you can get busy doing $200 gigs. Does that make you a successful DJ? I don't know about that. You can get busy, and then you have high paying, high luxury events.
What I guess it also depends on what do you consider a successful DJ. How does each person consider? How do you consider yourself a successful DJ? Some people might see it as like making a lot of money out of DJing is a successful DJ. Some people's like staying busy is a successful DJ. Doesn't matter how
You
much.
guys let us know. What do you guys think of as successful? Like, what is your definition of being successful?
Put on the comment box.
It's different for everybody. Smiley said, "Yeah, moving heads." So okay,
Yeah,
so
man,
he's talking about robot lights.
You're talking about like ahora loca robots, like one in each side.
You got 2 robots sitting on either side of the T-bar. Adrian Esparza, what's up, man? Thanks for stopping by. He said, "Hey, what's up, gents? What does your simple setup look like?" All right, so maybe I can pull up YouTube video
of your simple setup and mine, or you talking about?
I guess we have. I guess for a wedding, for a /quince, or then we're talking about.
So Adrian, it depends for me because I have different. I do different setups for quinces and weddings. I use my 44 G2s, 2 Pocket Pros, 2 Wash FXs on Rockville totems, and that's it. And then my lavish booth that I've already pre-made for birthday parties, house parties, and all of those. I use the T-bar, whatever, my own style T-bar, and I use my T7 on an X10 and a facade on the front. That's it.
All right, so here I pulled this up. This is from a grad party.
Yeah.
So this is Pretty Boys Maui 44 G2s, 2 totems with the wash effects on top, and then facade setup.
Yeah. And I use the facade because I'm using the T7 and I'm using an X10. But when I use my lavish booth, I don't use a facade.
Yeah. And then let's see if I find another one. Let's do a wedding one. Oh, this is a little bit of a different kind of setup, huh?
Yeah. Well, I had to put the
right here.
Places.
There we go. That's a good picture.
Yeah.
So this is with the lavish booth.
Yeah.
But pretty much similar because I don't even know if you've had a gig log for a while. That has that gig log for a while. That you use the EVs. Probably have to go back.
Yeah, it's because I try, but it's just my 44 G2s are so easy to set up, and the only reason why I don't really use my EVs is because I hate putting freaking like the skirts. I hate the skirts on the tripod.
Yeah, so I don't use them, but yeah, it looks ugly either way. With the skirt or without the skirt, it looks ugly.
Yeah, I don't like it. So my 44 G2s, bro, I'm like it's blessed. So and it's just like poop poop and it's
Yeah,
done.
so
You know,
easy.
so I like that, and everything, all the connections are in the bottom, not up top, so I don't have to be like like trying to get to it. So
And you don't have to hide the cables on the way back, you know.
yeah, so I can hide the cables behind it too. So it makes it so much easier for me to do my setups, and then I don't have to use that much tape too, the gaff tape,
Yeah,
because everything is already. I just keep it in one line like this, going toward to my booth, and then that's it. And then as you see right here, my booth it's built in. Everything is in it. So all I have to do is plug to the power, and then everything works. So yeah, that's mine.
exactly. And then let's see. Chin said we should do a DJ setup review. Hey, we're down to do it again. It's been I don't think actually. Hey, Chin Chillin. He wasn't watching when we did our setup reviews. We've done 2 episodes.
You know what? Let's do this. Hey, everyone, send us your DJ your DJ setups.
Setup
We'll go ahead
picture.
and talk about it. We'll review it, and we'll do it like last time.
Yeah, we don't hold back in here.
Yeah,
People, you get called out, but it's all just for fun. So send it.
yeah.
We'll say the truth. You know,
So
people in the chat will say the truth too. But
yeah,
so
and so you guys can get a little taste on what I'm talking about. I hate the extend right here, like this thing. I hate it. I don't like it, but because of my height,
hey,
I
you gotta get that totem, bro. That thing is nice.
yeah, but I
It
don't know.
works.
It's 200 and some dollars just for that. I don't
But
see it.
you keep saying you hate it. If you hate it that
Yeah,
much,
but
then you don't hate it that much. Then $200.
well, I don't hate it that much because that cost me like $40,
Yeah, so you don't
like
hate it that
sixty
much.
dollars in total.
So you
That's
better be nicer. You should be nicer to the X stand than $40.
yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. You guys can let us know if you think Diego needs to switch out that X stand next week. I mean, you can say it right now too, but we'll talk about it more next week. Chinchill's fine. Yep. Gig bar move. Yeah, it sounds like basically you're describing a gig bar move, but I think Smiley made his own version of a gig bar move. I totally agree with this, Adrian Esparza. Successful DJs when you start getting the events that you want. I think that's the great. That's a really good one.
Yeah.
There's no arguing with that because yeah, it's like, hey, do you want to do weddings? Do you want to do quinces? Do you want to do like certain high paying, something that pays you only a certain amount of money, whatever that is for you? That's what successful DJ is.
Some people. Oh, thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Thank you. Appreciate it. Work
Yeah,
really hard to get to this. So yeah, it's been rough, but I got it.
yeah, and with the 44 G2s, and then yeah, that's the thing. Like, I think that was the big game changer for you, the 44 G2s, and then even the lavish booth. The lavish booth is like a huge like
Upgrade.
upgrade.
Yeah.
But it's like yeah, then you can mess around. It's flexible with the stand. You can decide what you want to do on there and like how you can change it out.
Yeah.
And then Smiley says, honestly, I feel word of mouth. We really don't promote ourselves much either, but have been busy most of this year already. There are other DJs that do clubs but can't pull a wedding that I've seen. Yeah, so Smiley relies mostly on word of mouth. And that's great because that means, the events you're doing, you're killing them because people
That-
are talking about you. So,
and that's another thing to take note. It's completely different. Like I feel like a club DJ might have a hard time doing a wedding,
oh, yeah.
unless the wedding couple are looking for a club type. If you're looking for a more traditional or like the ones that we basically do, I feel like a club DJ might have a hard time. I'm not saying that it's impossible. It's not impossible to do. You can do it, but it could be a hard time. It's a completely different type of music. You have to be more broad when it comes to music on a private event, on a wedding, than on a club. In a club, you play whatever you want. And here in a wedding, you're playing what they want to hear.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. I mean, clubs also they're used to not taking requests, so that's gonna be a problem for them if they
Yeah,
come to do a wedding. Buddy says May last gig. He's referring to
I think
the
he I think his last gig was on May. That's what he said. I think that's what he
uh,
said.
Well, maybe we're going to be saying about our show next week, where we're going to do the setup reviews. So, yeah, send us, if you're talking about that last gig, send us your setup from your last gig then.
Yeah, any setup works. You can, guys, you can send us anything like from when you started, and then send us something from
Your
now.
latest one.
You know, we'll
Yeah.
do that. That'll be fun.
And then Smiley said, yo, I had a first day I was asked for copyright insurance. What the heck is that? Is that
Copyright.
real? Copy? I'm not even looked. I've never even heard of that. I called Canopy and they said, yeah, my insurance covered it. Copyright? What does that even mean? I had an interesting insurance while Smiley talks about that. Yesterday, a client asked me for, they asked me, so it's the venue is inside a big building. So they asked me for 2 certificates of insurance, one for the venue and then one for the actual building itself. And I had to put both of them like separately for the same event, because it's like one is, I don't know, like the venue's renting from the bigger building. So have you guys ever had that? I never. That's the first time I had that. But I was like, like this is kind of weird. But I don't know. Let me know if you guys had that. That was my first time having that experience. So they wanted 2 COIs for the same event, but one was for the building, one was for the venue. I don't know.
Buddy, your setup is very simplistic. I'm not gonna show it because we're gonna do it next week. So,
Oh, he
but
sent. Oh, okay, that's what's happening. He sent
it's,
it on IG. All right,
yeah.
Chin Chun said, to be honest, when I started DJing, I always wanted American DJ ACCU spot 250s, but it's very rare to find in the wild because popular for sonideros. Yeah, probably some really. I've never heard of those actual moving heads, but it sounds like they're probably really powerful spots.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are probably some really powerful spots. So my last gig with your IG, yep, we talked about that. So I said basically that you can play the music. What the heck? I've never heard of that. That tripped me
Well,
out. I've seen
usually,
other DJs.
usually, sorry to cut you off, but usually those type of licenses is the venue provides already. The venue should already have that license. I don't know why they will ask you for it. I mean, I guess it could, but that's something that the venue has a license for already.
So that, yeah, so I guess who asked you, the client asked you, or the venue was asking for it? And then they said your insurance covered it. So like your liability insurance covered that. I've never even heard of that, man. If someone asked me, I'll have to do a lot of research on that, because I didn't even know our
Oh, look, Buddy had it many times. He said.
No, I think he's talking about what I was saying, because look, he's saying yep, had that many times. The one for this coming weekend needs 5 additional insured on my insurance. Wow. 5? What the? Who's even? Okay, I'm curious, because well, first of all, that makes me feel better. So I'm glad you had that experience, because I was worried. I was like, hey, why do they want 2 separate things? I never heard of that before. But 5, man.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I got a request from one for the client for the Saturday event that I have, that I had to include in my insurance thing, like 5 different names, like
Oh, really?
companies or whatever. Yeah. So I was like, okay. So I
Yeah,
just
I've had to do like one, like, okay, like, the venue's name, you have to put an additional insured, like, and we can do that for free on my insurance. But
yeah,
I haven't had multiple, but yeah, 5 people, like, that's crazy, man.
yeah. Mine was, or maybe not 5, maybe like 3 or 4,
It's
not
still,
5.
that's because
That was
honestly, that makes me like, why do these people want my insurance? They're gonna try to bill me they're trying to do a claim or something, you know?
Yeah, and like for me, imagine for me, so the wedding is I'm only DJing from 9:30 to 12. So I'm like the closing, because there's a band before
Oh,
me,
that one, yeah.
and they refer me, the band was the one that referred me to them. So they want me to close from 9:30 to 12. So 2 hours and a half. Why do they want me to like put all this, all this stuff? Like, I didn't make a big deal. I just did it because I know
Yeah,
my insurance does can do it. So I was like, bro, that's crazy.
yeah, that's the thing. I mean, unless the only thing you have to worry about is like, yeah, if you actually cause damage, but you just be careful. Like, they can't just file random claims, you know. So it's like, okay, if you cause damage, then they can file a claim. But it's like, you can do anything, then you have to worry. But it's still like, it's kind of like, hey, like, what the 5? That's crazy. But let me go in order here. Chin Chillin said it's annoying when Facebook muted your video due to copyright. Yeah, it's annoying. They'll take down the whole video, all the hard work you did.
Yeah.
DJ Adrian also agrees is 5. That's ludicrous. That's a lot, man. 5 is so. But hey, thanks for making me feel better about the 2. So I appreciate that, buddy. Smiley said the client brought it up. So he's talking about the copyright insurance. He basically works with a committee, and someone in the committee brought it up. Even though I've DJed their opening pool events twice already. That's hey. Now we gotta ask Buddy. Have you heard of copyright insurance? That's a brand new thing for me because like
I
what do you
know.
mean?
I
What's
heard also.
insurance?
I heard also that some people like say you gotta pay $50 for the insurance. Like the venue says, you gotta pay $50 for
Mhm.
the copyright insurance thing. So
Really?
yeah, and then they ask the DJ to pay for it. Like what?
Mm. Hmm. I
Yeah,
haven't. Yeah, that's crazy. So it's like to be able to play music at their venue, like to the open, you have to pay copyright insurance. I don't know, man. It just sounds like more ways for insurance companies to try to make money off of us. So
yeah,
that's weird. Smile. Like, yeah, I guess. Hey, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not gonna look into the policies and stuff. But yeah, if they took that for an answer that hey, my liability insurance covers it, then whatever. Just go with that. But that's it. Like what's gonna happen? Like the music labels are gonna show up to your pool party and be like, "Hey, who's playing our song without our permission?" Like this, stuff like that's not gonna happen. So they asked now regarding the Christmas party. What the heck? All right, man. Good luck with that. Hopefully they just took your certificate of insurance and just didn't care. But he said if you get your music from a licensed pool, you have it covered. BMI and ASCAP is for venues. Okay, so I don't know what those acronyms mean. I'll have to Google that in a second. But yeah, that's the idea, right? If you paid for the music legally and then you can play it, then like we talk about like the title now, they say, oh, you can't play it commercially. But if you download it from a record pool, I'm assuming that means that you have the right to play it in
not
public.
not
I
all
don't know.
record pools have this license thing,
Mm,
as far as I know. But like Buddy said, promo only is one they have covered. But how do you prove that you have it covered? Like
yeah.
when you download the song, it doesn't come out like it's not like this one is licensed. It doesn't say that.
It's like a DJ drop. This is a licensed track, by the way. This is a licensed track. You have to play that part for every song.
Okay, I was wrong. All pool have licenses.
Oh, he
Okay, so
said he said not
I'm
all
covered.
pools, not all
I'm
pools. So
covered.
you yeah. So not all pools. Promo only is one they haven't covered. Hey man, yeah, I don't know, bro. It's if they like I said if they're accepting your liability insurance, just let them go with that because it's not gonna be
Wait,
it's
hold
not
on.
gonna be a problem.
He said not all pool have license. Is that like not all have license or not all pool have
No,
license?
I think he says not all of them. He says promo only, so not all of them. So you were right. Not all of them have license.
Okay, so I was right. Okay,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey,
sorry,
you
I used
learned
to
something
wrong
new,
with this.
man. That's what's great about the chat, man. We learned something new today.
Yeah,
Um, I saw one DJ in a Facebook group. The venue wanted license to each. Yo, get out of here. The
what?
venue wanted license to each song that was going to be played.
You can't do that because you don't know what songs you're gonna play.
Bruh,
Like you might have an idea of like some
that's
songs that you're gonna
wild,
play,
dude.
but
Dude, so they're like, okay, I'm gonna play these songs, and these are the licenses for every single one, and then they're gonna make sure you stick to that list. Because if you play something off that list, you don't have to show us the license for this. That's crazy.
yeah, is there gonna be like a, let's say if you're doing like a Spanish party, then you have to have someone in Spanish there. If they do a Greek, someone Greek has to be there. Like that's crazy. That's
No,
insane.
that's wild, dude. That must be another country or something. I don't know where. Maybe this was like in North Korea or something. Like they're like super strict about
Yeah,
you DJing in North Korea. Then you have to give a license for everything.
that's crazy. That's
I
way too
think they're
much.
the feds. Oh heck yeah! What the heck? That's wild, man.
That's way too
Huh.
much.
And Buddy says they are the ones who needs it. They will need to pay ASCAP or BMI. The venue is okay. So there you go, buddy, dropping some knowledge. So yeah, Smiley. What you could have told them was that, oh yeah, the venue has to cover that. That's not the DJ's responsibility. Yeah.
That's what I said. Yes.
So you were confirmed again. You were right again. 2 out of 2.
I'm 2.2. Buddy, you
Yeah.
my boy.
But hey, at least you didn't pay for no copyright insurance. I've never even heard of that.
No,
That's
yeah.
good.
As far as I knew, based on my research, is that the venue needs it, not us. They have
Mm.
like that. So I don't know why they will ask you for it.
There you go, Smiley. So hey, if they give you trouble for it, I bet this fool, whoever brought it up in the committee, they'll probably read through your whole policy or something. Oh, this doesn't say copyright insurance. It's actually it's the venues. And if I think it's their pool, right? Like they own the pool,
That's a
right?
community.
So it's their responsibility. So they just snitched on themselves, basically. Chinchon said, "Wait, does some venue ask DJs for their business license? Because I don't." I haven't. It's not like a business license, but they ask for the certificate of insurance.
You need to be
So
you need to be insured. They want you to be insured. Not a license for a business, but you need to prove. Not every venue. Some venues do require you to be insured, and then you need to send them a certification. Oh, the little
yeah, the certificate.
certification that you are insured.
Yeah.
So yeah, it
And
happens.
then Spine said, "Oh damn, at least it's on my liability insurance." All right, that's good. Can't use $18 a month. That's cheap because I just signed up for mine. How much did I paid $260 for a year. I just did it like yesterday. Okay, so I'm at like $22 a month.
That's what what do you got? I'm using Next right now.
Next,
Yeah,
I use RV Nuccio.
I know, never heard
So
of
I never had to use it, so I don't know if they're good or bad. But I can add, at least I know I can add all the stuff online. I think most of these you can add additional insured online and get the COIs anytime you want and stuff.
Yeah, I the only reason why I have it is because so far 3 or 4 venues have asked me for
Yeah.
for the insurance. I
Oh,
mean, I
yeah,
have it regardless. I have it, but I've never used it.
yeah, you need it. That's the thing.
But it's good to have. It's good to have for sure.
And then Buddy says in some states they do, in Illinois they don't. I think he's talking about does the venues ask for business license?
Yeah.
And Buddy said that is too low. You're underinsured. Yeah. So I mean, I think that's the thing. You have flexibility on what you can choose to be covered. So most venues ask for the minimum, like what is it, $1 million policy, and then $2 million whatever max or something.
One
And
and
then
two.
that's just liability. But then you can add to cover your own gear. You can add medical stuff. Holy crap! Wait, Buddies pays $2,900. That's a
year.
lot. Wait, so what do you get covered then? Because maybe do you have like the gear coverage? Like your gear is covered if it gets stolen or something like that. Maybe that kind of stuff can up the price. Because yeah, I just get the minimum, $1 million coverage, liability coverage, and then hey, my mindset is if my gear gets destroyed or my gear, like I'm in a financial place where I could replace my gear if I had to. It's not that expensive, so I don't need to be insured for that.
Yeah.
But so I do the liability because that's like something.
But again, keep in mind that Buddy does this full time. We don't do it full time, so I guess we don't have the the need of having like that big of an insurance. Also, like the equipment that we use are somewhat replaceable, easier to replace because like your controller, what is it, the Rev 1, right? It's like what, $300, right?
I mean, like I think both of us, our most expensive thing are our speakers. I mean, our laptop and our speakers.
Yeah, but like the controller that you see on the video right there, that's a $1,000 controller. So that's still hit. Like, and my T7 is like 800. So it's around there. But they're easy to replace. Like now, if my 44 G2s get stolen or something, that will hurt.
That would hurt, but you could use your EVs.
Yeah, I can still use my EV.
Yeah, that would hurt. That would suck. But it's like it's not gonna kill your business. It's like, all right, that would suck. But if you're paying it depends what you're getting with that coverage, right? So it's like, I know I looked into getting gear coverage for like, stolen or flooding or whatever, getting your gear covered, but it
Yeah.
made my insurance way more expensive. I'm like, whatever, hey, I'll rather just take the risk. I can
Yeah.
buy new gear if something ever happens. So, it just depends, and it depends what you're getting. But at least for the minimum that venues require, which is that $1 million policy, we're getting it in the $18 a month to $22 a month range.
Yeah.
So it's not that crazy, Chin. If you have a venue asking you for insurance, like, don't be scared. Like, don't turn down the gig. You could just buy
Just
insurance. You can buy a one-time thing for like $35 if you
you
want.
can pay. Yeah, it's a 1 day thing. There's a
Yeah, you
one.
can buy a 1 day insurance policy, 30, and you can get it that same day. Just do it all online. You just get the copy of the thing. You can send it to them.
Yeah.
It's not a huge deal. And some DJs, I don't do this, but some DJs will then charge the client. Oh, there's an additional charge, but I don't know. That's too much nickel and diming for me to do.
Yeah.
So I said, yeah, I only got it because one venue asked for it. Other than that, we don't get asked for it till today for copyright insurance. Yeah.
That's completely different though. That's it. That's a different issue.
And then Smiley says, buddy charges $5K per wedding. His insurance is paid then. Yeah, that's true too. So your price has to go up if you have big insurance policies. Inland marine insurance for transporting yourself. If you are moving gear, you should be insured. Yeah, I mean, I think maybe because you have the big like the work van and stuff, so maybe that makes the insurance.
He has a Mercedes.
The Mercedes. So if you're counting transporting stuff in a work van, and yeah, it's like, I don't know, you get a crash with when you're in your work van versus you're getting a crash with your personal vehicle. But yeah, you should be insured. I don't know. Yeah, it's like I don't know. Yeah, I've never looked into that actually. If you're driving your car to an event and then you crash with your equipment in the car, is your car insurance going to be like, we are not covering this? I don't know.
No.
It's too complicated. We need to get. Oh, there we go. So the buddy says your car insurance will not cover you for that.
Okay, your car insurance will not cover you for your equipment if it gets damaged, but it will cover the cars.
They should cover the car accident though, I'd hope.
Yeah, they cover the car accident. That's not a problem. It's just like your equipment might be hurt, but
you might lose your equipment. You're gonna be like, we won't cover your. I hope not. We're not gonna cover your car accident because you were driving to a DJ gig in your personal vehicle. Now, Smiley brings up a good point. Your LED dance floor, if you're using a huge ass box truck and you're transporting that, maybe you need a different type of insurance because that's not fitting in your SUV.
Oh, for the LED dance floor, yeah, you might need a different type of insurance.
Yeah, you might need different insurance. So yeah, baby, bro, maybe look into that. But he said nothing. You're driving under your business, huh?
That insurance wouldn't know that.
Yeah, that's the thing. That you say, hey, where were you going?
I was trying to go to
I was going to McDonald's. What you talking about? What
you mean?
Buddy would tell him, I was on my way to a DJ gig, a wedding event with all my gear. So, but yeah, what you mean? I was just going to Taco Bell, man. How about my gears is always in my car? You never know I'll never know when I need it.
Yeah, man, my car is my storage unit. What you mean?
Smiley says he's laughing. Chinchillin says I had State Farm for my Toyota Tundra V8. Yeah. So that's just like regular car insurance. Yeah. So I mean, okay, you definitely need regular car insurance. that doesn't count as your DJ insurance. 100% get car insurance, please. And then get liability insurance. Then yeah, Smiley, you definitely got some research to do. And I think we there's obviously a lot of knowledge gaps we have here in the whole insurance.
If you're full time and you're bowling like Buddy is, get you insurance, man. Get some good insurance like he has. Because
I think if you're using if you have a specific work truck, right? That's the other thing. So if you have a work truck, you have a work vehicle, then it's like, yeah, your personal State Farm insurance, you have to have a separate business insurance policy for your vehicle. But then that's when the lines start getting blurred. Is when your personal vehicle is also your business vehicle. You're using both at the same time for different things. It's like, that's when the line get blurred a little bit. But anyways, yeah, maybe we need to get like an insurance expert on here to give us the full lowdown and talk to us about this, educate us on this. But this wraps up the time that we have for today. That was a good episode, though. We got a lot of good involvement from the crowd, some good tips.
Yo, what was the let me put the email address so you guys can send your stuff. I forgot what is it? STS podcast.
Oh yeah. You need to put that one up there.
I forgot. STS podcast 2025, I think, at gmail.com. I think that's it. You guys send your setups there. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Send your setups there so we can put them all in I can put in a PowerPoint, and then we'll go ahead and play.
Yeah, next week we'll do the reviews again.
Yeah, we'll do a review.
Always fun.
Hopefully, Adrian can send some of his stuff.
We'll see Chins too, so that'll be fun.
Yeah. Yeah. So hopefully.
All right, man. Well, that was a good episode, guys. Thanks for all the comments this week. We'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, guys. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Y'all have a good one. All right. See you next week.
Peace.
Peace.